Hey guys, Wix100 here, back with another web design tutorial, and today I am going to show you how to work with tables. So in this demonstration, I will be showing you how to make a simple calendar. It's nothing fancy, just to show you a few of the properties associated with table elements. So we want to open our index, or wherever you want to put this, and I am going to put this below the example link, and I'm just going to do table. There's the table. But there's no cells in it yet. So for each row, we want to do a tr element, and that creates a row. For the first row, we want our cells to be different than the rest of the rows. So we want to do a th element. And for each th element we add, another column will be added. And same thing for subsequent rows with a td element. So the table has as many columns as the maximum number of td or th within the TRs. So we want to paste this in 7 times. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because they're the days of the week. And actually, we can do each of these one-lined to save some space. So there we go. And we can just type in the word day, because they all end in day. And I start my week with Sunday. I don't know about you guys, but mine starts with Sunday. So then Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Then if we open this in Edge or whatever web browser you're using, this is saved, right? You can see here is the table, but we can't read it. So I'm going to open up style.css, and I'm actually going to add to body color white. And so now everything that's within the body, the default text color will be white. So if we go back to here and refresh, we can now see it. So then we're going to want to add a tr for the next row and add a td. And like we wanted before, we want 7 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then since I'm going to do the month of June, because I am currently in the month of June, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows in June. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then just put in the numbers. Okay, so now that that is done, if we look at this again, there are numbers 1 through 30. So let's go and modify the style for this table. So let's do table, comma, th, comma, td, so that it selects tables, table headers, and table cells. I think the td technically stands for table data, but that's just the normal cells. And I'm going to start by doing border color white, because I want to show you something that happens with the cells when you hit refresh or not. Let's try this a different way. 1px solid white, because I technically need to tell it solid, and this is how we do it in one thing without doing multiple properties. There, if you notice, there's a little gap here. And that's because we need to set the border collapse to collapse. I don't know why the default has that little padding in between. It annoys me, but it's easily fixable by doing border dash collapse collapse. And so that should collapse the border to not have that gap there, like that. So then we want to do table, and we want this to be bigger. So width 90% and margin 5%. And so that will stretch out the table to be the width of 90% of the screen and then have a 5% margin on either side. It would be 10%, but it's 5 on either side. So 5 plus 90 is 100%. So that's the full page. And so we refresh, and there we go. Then we want to do TH and set the padding to 1 EM and background to whatever color you want. So let's do that blue. And remember, TH is table header. So we refresh and it should only affect the Sunday through Saturday. Refresh. And there you go. We can also do TD padding 0.5 EM. And there's now a bit of padding there. Something I wanted to point out earlier, but forgot, is notice how it stretches out the cells. And by that I mean when we set the width of the table to 90%, it didn't just keep each column at its little width, at its minimum width, and have a big gap at the end. It stretched each one out proportionally so that the longest words are still have the widest columns. And we could set the columns to be the same width, or we could keep them proportional like this. In fact, let's set them to be the same width. So there are 7 days in the week. So let's do 100 divided by 7. I don't want the show 100. Let's calculate 100 divided by 7. So that's 14.285. So let's just say 14%. So width 14% and refresh. And now they're all approximately the same width. Since 100% doesn't divide into 7 evenly, there's still a bit of difference between them, but they look the same width. And then in our data, we can add whatever we want. So, like, today is the 20th. So I can go here and do a break and say record web design video tables and refresh, and it's now there. You can do more fancy things, but this is just a basic tutorial for what you can do with tables. And a calendar seemed like an easy example. One more thing. You can also technically use tables for formatting a page, but I don't recommend it. My understanding is it used to be a common practice, but since HTML has evolved since then, there are much more better ways to do it by using flex containers and floating and a bunch of other different methods to format your web page. And the table method isn't as flexible as those other methods. So depending on the screen size and proportion and uh, orientation, it won't look good sometimes. So it's better to use those more modern methods, which I will cover in other tutorials. So hope you guys enjoyed this table tutorial. Questions, comments, concerns in the comment section. Hit the like button, hit the bell to get notified of any new videos. Uh, all the important links are in the description. Till next time, bye.